Welcome to this episode of How to Crush No Name Hold'em Games United States Casino. I'm Jun. Today is the last episode. We're playing 777 Martin Bracelet event WSOP for this summer. And if you want to see how deep I can run for this tournament, don't forget to watch till the end. And let's go fishing. We're continuing on our session on our 777 buyin tournament. So last episode I used pocket aces eliminate the biggest villain, Martin Kabrhel. My chips are up to 250k, around 50 big blinds. And this hand I got ace jack offsuit on the low jack and I open raise to 10k. Small blind shoves all in for 50k. And of course I snap call. But after he showed, everyone in the table was pretty shocked because he has 10-4 offsuit. Turns out he's playing online poker at the same time and he didn't realize I already raised pre-flop. He thought it was only a blind versus blind spot and he shoves all in. And turns out I already opened my hand. Everyone was pretty shocked, and this is also the second time in this tournament I play against an absent-minded player. After I call, flop comes King Queen for 3 spades. So it's a very good flop because I have an ace of spade. Turn river comes a 8 of diamond.
A 10 is no good, a spade is no good.
And deuce of heart. So I successfully take it down and eliminate this absent-minded player.
Oh, that's a big mistake.
You saw I didn't raise?
He didn't know you raised.
No, he didn't know, and he played another game
Wow.
online. He played another game online, so he didn't pay attention. Oh,
Don't play two tables at the same time.
Yeah,
Dangerous.
big mistake.
You've been getting too big.
Then the next hand, everyone folds to bottom player, he shoves all in. I asked the dealer for a chip count, he has 34k. I got ace queen offsuit on the small blind, and facing a around 7 big blind shoves, it's an easy call for me. And turns out he has pocket jacks, so it's a very classic coin flip. And the board comes 10, 8, 3, 6, 9. So we didn't win this pot. After this pot, we are down to around 200k chips. Then the next hand, I got 9-10 suited on the cutoff and open raise to 10k. Bottom player calls. Flop comes Queen Jack Jack 2 spades. I got a double-ended straight draw and a backdoor flush draw. I bet for 6,000, around 1/5 a small size. Opponent choose to call. And if I can choose again, I probably would choose to check or bet a larger size. Because I don't think small bet would make any sense on this board because opponents will not give up any XX or small pocket pairs probably. Turn comes a 3 of club. I pick up a backdoor flush draw and I bet for 1/3 of pot. And I don't think the small size make any sense here. If I can choose again, probably would use a larger size again. And anyways, opponent choose to call. River comes a flush, but it's a frontal flush, it's a spade. And I only got 10 high on my hand, so I think for a while, I think it's a pretty decent bluff combo. And I bet for a pot size bet 70k. And very successfully, opponent choose to snap fold. Then before the next hand started, we announced the number of remaining player. We only have 1,043 player left, and this flight there's totally 3467 players. There's 517 people will be in the money and we're pretty close. And this hand I got ace 10 offsuit on the cutoff and open raise to 10k, and the small blind big blind both choose to call. Flop comes ace king queen 2 diamonds. 2 player check to me. And I have basically the nuts here because I think opponent will 3-bet me better ace if they had it pre-flop. So only combo I do is probably 10 jack and also I block a 10. So I bet for 10k, a very small size, because I'm hoping opponents can continue all their king x and queen x. Small blind calls, turn comes a jack of spade, and I complete a straight. Small blind check again and I bet for a small size 20k. And opponent really had a tough decision. She had a deep breath and then said, I give you. And shoved all his chips. She shows King Jack suited. Turns out he has turn 2 pair and she can't fold it. River comes the ace of club. So I successfully take it down and says goodbye to this lady. Then the next hand blinds up to 4,000, 8,000 and comes a new player on a low jack. He open raise to 16k. I got ace 6 suited on a small blind. I choose to call, big blind fold. Flop comes jack 6 3 rainbow. I check and the player bet for 20k, and he has only around 92k left in his stack. On this board, I think most players would over c-bet this entire range, and I hit a middle pair plus the best kicker, so I shoves all in. And he snap calls, so we know we're not in a good shape. After he shows, he has the exactly same hand as the last player, King Jack suited. Turn and river comes at 7 of spade and 4 of club. So I lost a lot of chips in this spot, and then we're going for the dinner break. And we're in the dinner break and we have only 553 players left and 517 people will be in the money. So everyone got $1244. So it's pretty close. We still have 250k around the average stack size around 25 big blinds. And then we're going to the bubble time hand for hand. And because the venue is pretty big, so we can see the floor is walking around and he's announcing the brownouts, and everyone in this venue was probably expecting the elimination together.
Alright, we have one more alternate call. We are going to make our way to the back of the room on table 174. Alright, we are arriving at the table. The flop is 10 of diamonds, 10 of spades, queen of clubs. Let's see the cards of these players. The player Allin shows an open-ended straight draw. He has King Jack of clubs. The other player, his opponent, has the 9-10 of hearts for trip 10 to the moment. Let's see the turn card. Turn is the 7 of spades. River card, please. River card is the ace of spades. This player makes a straight. He will serve.
But turns out for this hand, they went all in on the flop, but the all-in player did not lose. We're still in the bubble time. And we can also see there's a player only has 3,000 chips, 3 yellow chips left. It's 0.3 big blinds. And 2 hands left, he's going to be a big blind and he's auto all in. So if he can hold this, he would got $1,200. Do you think he can get it? And then the next hand, bubble break in a 3-way all in. Everyone is cheering for that.
Alright, we do have one elimination on table 164. With that being said, players, congratulations. 917 remaining. You are all eliminated.
And also that player with only 3 yellow chips also get in the money. It's a very valuable 3 chips in his stack. And then the next hand, after we officially in the money, blinds are up to 6,000, 12,000. I got King Queen offsuit on the low jack and I win raised to 24,000. Big blind calls, flop comes 10 jack 4 rainbow. Opponent only has 40k left and the pot is already 66k. So he dunk jam and I got 2 over plus double-ended straight draw. I still got great odds even facing his 10x or jack x. So I choose to call and he shows Queen 8 offsuit. So it's a great news for us because we got him absolutely dominated. He has only 3 8s to survive.
Not good at all. Nothing.
And turn comes a 10 of club, river comes a 6 of diamond, so I successfully knock him out and I have around 400k chips now. In the next hand I got a table change. After a few hands, I found that there's a player playing very aggressively and he has a huge stack. He has over 1 million chips and I have around 500k. And this hand blinds are up to 10k, 20k. Low jack player open raise to 40k. I got pocket queens on the hijack. And because this bullying player is sitting on the small blind, I decided to trap and just call. And old player folds to him, he raised it to 300k.
300.
Low jack folded, I choose to shove all in.
Come on.
I have 570k. He's kind of committed because he has put over half of the stack size inside the pot, so he chooses to call. After he shows, he has 8-7 offsuit. So we successfully trap, and then we only need to dodge 3 ace. Flop comes 8-3-6, turn is a 3, river is a 4. So I successfully win this huge pot, and I have over 1 million chips now. And then next hand blinds up to 10k, 25k. And there's only 189 player left, and the day 1 is about to end. This hand I got Queen 8 of diamonds on the bottom, and I open raise to 50k big blind calls. flop comes ace jack 8 2 club, he checked me. And I think it's a pretty standard board to continuation bet for a small size. Opponent calls. Turn is very interesting, comes a 10 of diamonds, he checked me. I got a pair and I got a flush draw, I got a straight draw. Playing against his hands, I got great equity. And I think checking or betting both make sense. I think this player is pretty tight, so I think I'm very likely to fold his jack ace or probably some weak ace. So I decided to put a overbet. I bet for 200,000. And considering he has around 70,000, if I got a super strong hand like king queen, I probably would bet this size. And turns out this player is very painful and he thinks for a long time. And he asks if I got pocket tens.
Pocket 10?
And then folded his hand and shows an ace of diamonds. So we successfully folded an ace, which is pretty good. And we can also see on the wizard, queen 8 of diamonds in this spot. Checking or betting both make sense. And also we can see the bluffing combo we use on this spot would be some small pairs and also queen small and king small suited. Because these combos we can fold a better queen or better king and probably king outs the outs on the river. And then after a few play jump, now we have at least $2,346. And there's remaining 168 player and blinds are up to 15k, 30k. In the next hand, under the gun player shoves all in for 80k. I got pocket jacks on low jack, I choose to call, and button and big blind all calls. So we're entering a 4-way flop. Flop comes queen 8 deuce 2 club. Everyone check. Button player bet for 100k. Big blind folded. Although I got a 1 over card, but I got a jack of club. Plus he still could possibly bet some worse hand like 9-10 or 8-9. So I choose to call. Turn comes a 4 of spade. I check again and opponent shoves all in. And he's covering me. Because someone is all in, I think he has less bluff in this spot. I choose to fold. An opponent shows pocket 8. He has a set. And undergun player shows queen 6 offsuit. So he's already drawing that. River comes a 7 of club, didn't change much. I lose this pot. And the day 1 is come to an end. Then we're moving forward to day 2. We can see this $700.77 bottom tournament. Finally, there's 4466 distinct player registered. And there's only 317 players left in day 2. Everyone has secured $2580. And everyone is competing for the top prize 777,777. And we have around 570,000 chips, around 14 big blinds. After day 2 started, I missed big blind and small blind. I have only 12 big blind left. Low jack open raise to 10k, 2 big blinds. I got ace jack offsuit on the button. I shoves all in. And got a snap call. He has pocket kings, so I need an ace to survive in this tournament. Flop comes 9-3-4, turn is a 3 and river is a 6. So the miracle did not happen. After playing day 1 for around 14 hours, and I played for less than 14 minutes in the day 2. So after that ace jack loses to pocket kings, I end my tournament. I at 303 plays, and I got the prize totaling around 22,500. And because I have 3 bullets in this tournament, so it's only a $200 wins, and it's not very much. I think the most importantly is that playing against a lot of interesting players, such as the British guy who sings during the tournament, and also the biggest villain in poker community, Martin Kabrhel, and there's all very interesting experiences, and I had a lot of fun. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.
That is your chance to be ruthless.